Welcome back, part two of Article 28. We left off talking about some of the testing that's done on the embryo or on the pregnant mother. We talked about prenatal testing, and that's when a doctor will perform amniotic fluid testing on that baby to see if there are any birth defects in play, that play with the child. Prenatal diagnosis is not only testing, but then trying to identify what are uh, the issues that a baby might have. Generally speaking, the church's view is that prenatal testing is a good thing as long as it's being done for the good of the baby and not to terminate the baby's issues. There's a thing called genetic engineering, which of course is manipulating DNA. The problem with that is if you're manipulating DNA for the good of the parents or because they're looking for some specific thing like eye color, hair color, height, athletic ability, the issue is that being done for the good of the child or the good of the parent. And as soon as you begin to design a baby to meet your needs, you're no longer allowing God's independent uniqueness to prevail in that child. The other issue is that, of course, you can begin to eliminate things like Down syndrome. In the Netherlands, Down syndrome has been virtually eliminated by way of abortion. And so that becomes a very, very unique thing. And then you can read about Planned Parenthood on the slides. Gene therapy and gene treatment, again, are done sometimes to attempt to alleviate issues that a baby might have. Again, the question becomes it's a slippery slope when you begin to pick and choose what the baby's going to have to deal with as they grow up. Much examples can be talked about with stem cell research. And again, stem cell research is divided into two different types, embryonic and adult stem cell. And so embryonic stem cells, when they use the terminated fetus to collect those cells that can duplicate themselves, usually for research as well as for organ therapy development. But adults have similar type cells that can be collected, and so the church would say that use of embryonic cells is using or causing murder, if you will, to happen, whereas adult stem cells are considered to be a good thing. Uh, the issue again comes down to does the end justify the means? So just because something good can come from it, does that mean that it's a good process? Another big issue, of course, is cloning. And so cloning is being able to take cells and cause them to duplicate themselves. They've, of course, we know that that's happened with a sheep and with other animals, not yet done for humans. But the thing is these chimeras where we're attempting to merge two different animals together through the use of cells. And so you can see a couple of pictures there of a hawk and a scorpion and a calf and a sheep merged together. And the church is always going to say that we have to proceed with great caution when we're talking about cloning. Again, issues come up that can you clone somebody just to be able to harvest organs from them? And what does that say about human dignity if, in fact, we're cloning just so that we can take the organs from something and be able to use it for something else? That human dignity has been lost for that kind of a person. And so that's going to be the end of Articles 27 and 28. We hope that you can do the assignment tonight. It's on our assignment page, and I'm going to ask you to go in there. It, what's your rationale for when does God breathe the soul into a human being? And then once you understand that, explain why that's so important for Catholic morality. And finally, based on some of the technologies that have been talked about in this, it appears like it in several of those cases, they're supporting the procreation of human life. And yet the church preaches those as being immoral. Please discuss two of those to understand why you think that's true. Thanks a lot, and we look forward to continuing our class together on Thursday. Take care.